Calafi aura, the man with the aura, the man with the headband like Paolo Maldini, the man who is a reminiscence of far-gone defenders, defenders of the past, the Italian no-nonsense defenders. But is it really? Is that a profile of player Arsenal have just signed? I don't think so. He's an hybrid. He's an hybrid player. It's I don't think the entire fan base have come together to accept this signing because most of us are armchair managers. We're armchair gaffers. We sit on our computers, we sit on our phones, on Twitters, and say, "This is what I think Arsenal needs." Right? But if we're all honest with ourselves, if we all look at last season, we could all come to agree that we needed a left back, right? And when I say we need a left back, it's because I haven't seen Urin Timber play, right? But also, I knew we needed a center back because we only had Gabriel and Saliba at that level of center back pairing in the league. We're not competing in any other time. We're competing in the time of Pep Guardiola. We're competing with a juggernaut. We're competing with a team that's won 4 Premier League titles on the trot. We've competed with them for the last 2 titles, and we've come a cropper. But what are the things that we need to do to be able to get across the line, right? Before the start of this summer, when the previous season ended, in my mind, I'm like, okay, we needed another attacker who can give between 15 to 25 goals. Whoever that person is he going to be a striker that's going to put Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz on the bench and Gabriel Jesus becomes depth for Saka? Is he another right winger like that's going to produce the same kind of numbers Trossard produces on the left? We can get Saka to be fresh, and we can get Saka for the last 2 months of the season to be effective, to not be tired and carrying all these niggles. We need a central midfielder, right? We need to decide, are we going to use Declan Rice as a lone six, or we're going to play him as the eight, the defensive eight, right? The box-to-box midfielder. We have to make that decision. Or do we want to play Declan Rice as a six, let him model under Thomas Partey, because Declan Rice is a better defensive midfielder, defending than Thomas Partey, right? Just in the art of defending. He's a better defender than Rodri. I know people can say all of whatever they want to say, but Declan Rice just as a defender, the ability to tackle, the ability to cover space, right? But based on the position that we play and the way we play with a lone six and what we require of that position, where we would either need to get another midfielder to complement Declan Rice and take the passing triangles and the ability to find space, which we use Jorginho towards the end of the season. Tompasi came back and were very effective. Or, right, we push the Rice further, or we play a lone six, we buy a lone six, but I don't see the profile of the market. So that is the job of the scouting team and Mikel Arteta and Edu. What we need as fans is what we want these players where we think we had shortcomings last season. Alexander Zinchenko, a complement of injuries with him and Tomiyasu and Timber means that left-hand side was left not catered for last season, right? We had Kiwior who had a period of 7 games that was really good, and the team was in a really good rhythm, which is very nice when you're playing in that kind of scenario, right? And it was bad in some game and it was average in some other games, right? But Kiwior is not a he's not a left back, right? In any way, shape, or form. In the way we need to play, right? He can't stretch the pitch. He can't deliver great crosses. He's limited when it comes to that. He's a left center back, right? We have Urin Timber, who fortunately got injured for the whole season, basically. And we don't know how his body's going to react this season. Urin Timber, in my own opinion, was supposed to be a cover across the back line. When Ben White needs to rest, you play Urin Timber, or Urin Timber start ahead of him. Either way, this is a quality player. He's going to be in the same mode as a Calafiori, in the sense that Calafiori is coming to Arsenal to play left back, right? I think our starting back for beginning of next season might be Timber left back, Ben White right back, William Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes, right? And I think by the end of next season, which is this season we're going to start, I think Calafiori is going to be a starting left back, right? Injury permit. But what is the profile of this player? He's an hybrid between a left back and a centre back. He offers serious dexterity. He has the ability to go high, like a Kieran Tierney, where we used to have a player who has the ability to whip cross in. He has the ability to underlap, come into midfield, combine, play between the line, carry the ball. We don't have a lot of players in our team that has the ability, that is capable of carrying the ball. We have a Declan Rice, right? Thomas Partey is crooks. He doesn't carry the ball like he used to in his Atletico Madrid days, right? He glides and he just passes and it turns. You know, automated turns is an excellent footballer. I mean, all the guy is not a ball carrier. He's a passer, he's a metronome, he's a volume passer, he's a player who is skillful, turn, but he is not a player who runs the ball. Bukayo Saka, yeah, that's our player who runs with the ball. Gabriel Martinelli provides weight, but he's not particularly adept at running with the ball, right? He can run into space, he can dribble, but he's not very good at it. Gabriel Jesus, that is a player who runs with the ball, who has the ability to beat a marker, but we didn't have a complement of him last season, and we can't trust that injury. It's a knee injury, it's a serious injury. So there is a serious lack of ball carriers in our team, right? But you have Calafiori, you have Urin Timber. Like this profile of players are players that will create space. Like you have a Timber, which we didn't have last season, who is going to run into space with the ball, right? That is going to attract more different and more of the opposition players to come, create space for players like Odegaard in the pocket, Saka in the pocket, right? To create havoc, to wreak havoc. So the profile of Calafiori is a left back who can come into midfield, is comfortable, who can play high, is absolutely comfortable, who can cross the ball. He has a very good cross percentage, successful crosses into the box. Last season, when you check his profile when he was below them, I'm assuming he's already with Arsenal now. Because Fabrizio confirmed that the drawing of the paperwork and he's about to do his medical. I'm very interested in this player. I'm very happy we have the depth. I don't expect William Saliba to play 38 league games like last season. I don't expect Gabriel Magalhaes to play 34 games or something last season. That's in spite of the fact that he was dropped for the first 3 games, right? I don't expect uh, Benjamin White to play almost every single game next season. We're going to be playing 55 to 60 games next season because we're playing 8 games in the Champions League group stage, which used to be 6. I think we're going to play extra games because of the Capital One Cup, and we went out in the Capital One Cup. Oh, sorry, Carabao Cup, or whatever it's called now. We went out early last season. We're trying to go far in this competition, so we're going to need quality depth. So I'm not saying that's not why should be satisfied with this transfer, right? What I'm saying is this shouldn't be the end, right? We're linked to Merino, we're linked to wingers in the sense of the Spanish winger. There's El Bento going to Barcelona as reported. We're linked to Pedro Neto. I don't know how true that is, but that is a player who can relieve both left and right. It's a quality player, but he can't seem to stay fit. And I'm tired of signing players with known problems already. I'm thinking our medical team is going to work the magic. Like we got Pedro Neto for £30 million because of his injury history. Yeah, I'm all down for that. But 50, 60 million, the kind of price it's going to take to bring him in and he can't play. I don't want us in that kind of situation. We need players to help out, right? We need to win this league, right? We're fighting against a coach that has won, I think, 13 out of 16 league titles he's competed in. There's nothing like that in the history of football. In the history of football, there is not that level of dominance when it comes, and it's not just being in one league. He's playing in La Liga, competing against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. He comes to Bundesliga, fine, but this guy is typically a one-man league. Now he's in the Premier League. Before he came to Manchester City never defended the Premier League title, right? They won one other Marchini, then they didn't win for one season, then they came back, they won another Pellegrini, and they didn't win for like 1 or 2 seasons. And he's just come and he's lost the league title twice in his entire stay here. Twice. That is absolutely incredible. We are working in incredible times, so we need to be incredible. The bar is high. I don't know what kind of if we're gonna be buying a striker this transfer, but whatever we're gonna buy, whatever Ateta thinks it needs to win this league title, he needs to go to the board. They need to decide, okay, we're gonna get you the best possible quality, the best possible complements of players that you're gonna need to win this title because we need to win it. We need to win it. We need to go all out and try our possible best to get the best possible available players in the market to help win this title, right? Because this could be the start of something beautiful. Could be the start of dynasty. We need to get our hand on the trophy, which inherently means that we're going to even attract better players in the future, which also means that we are able to retain our best players and we're able to attract a player like Calafiori, who typically you want to play for Juventus, is going to force a transfer, you're going to say you want to go play for Real Madrid. He was linked to Real Madrid, Juventus, Chelsea. We're being looked as the best possible destination for some of the best players in Europe, especially young, up and coming player. I'm not talking about 18, 19 years old. I'm talking about players who are 22, 23, 24, 25, who are hitting the peak of their powers. And that is testament to the work that's already been done. Now we need to go all out and finish strong and win this title. And what are we going to need to win this title? We need to raise the bar, right? If we're going to keep Zinchenko, okay, Zinchenko is a quality player. He's a very good footballer. We're going to need him. We're going to need him in some games. I remember what Bayern Munich last season, Zinchenko came into the game. He changed the flow of the game. But we still didn't have that incredible control. But it's Champions League football. There's ebb and flow when it comes to Champions League. It's never a kind of competition that you can just control, right? It's a game in moments. But it was pretty good coming on. Remember, Jesus came on in that game, changed the game, created the chance for Trossard. And we had a couple of other chances. We could have won that game. We could have won that leg. We would have been the team playing Real Madrid in the semi-final of the Champions League. But we need to keep raising the bar, right? Havertz, oh, he had a good season. We need to expect more, right? He gave us, 13 league goals last season. If he's the starting striker this season, we're expecting 18 league goals minimum. Go get those goals. You have the ability. You're playing a team that creates a lot of chances. Calafiori, Yurin Timber, Benjamin White. These are incredible players on the cusp of being world class. We have one world class centre back in William Saliba. Gabriel Magalhaes is on the cusp. You need to win. When you win, people will regard you as a winner and you can get his tags. We're building a beautiful squad. I expect the midfielder to come in and hopefully an attacker. And then we can let the players that we need to let go. The Smith Rowe, if you're not going to keep him, let him go. We don't have to keep these players for too long, right? Come on, Gunners. Brilliant transfer. With a brilliant transfer in Calafiori already. I'm excited. I'm sure many other Arsenal fans all over the world are excited about this transfer. We can't wait for the player to be announced and he can join up in preseason because he's going to need those games, going to need the time to adapt, to adjust to the style of play, to the tactical flexibility that is going to be required of him. And I believe it's going to be a magnificent signing. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the content. Thank you. Stay blessed. Bye.